That is the worst Nexio I have ever seen. But anyway, no, I could have done a better job. Welcome to The Left is Eating Itself. I'm your host, Fran Drescher. Tonight's episode, the Wokey Pokey. Yes, it's the woke's only deflection to ignore the Virginia election. First up, New York Times columnist Maureen Dowd warns Dems that the losses will keep coming if they keep embracing wokeness, while blaming the party for violating the pledge to be cool, calm, and reassuring following President Trump. But some Dems aren't listening. Texas Lieutenant Governor candidate Matthew Dowd declared Sunday that Jesus would be accused of being woke if he were around today, which I have to say seems hard to prove. But remember, unlike the woke mob, Jesus was always for forgiveness. So leave it to the only sensible Democrat to sum things up. Tulsi Gabbard recently spoke to the shadowy figure known as Hannity.
We don't have leaders who actually respect the American people, who actually respect us enough to listen to what parents are concerned about, their children and their education, to listen to the American people who are sick and tired of the power elite trying to tear us apart based on the color of our skin.
There is a woman after my heart and possibly my job. I don't want her here anymore. So, Kat, here, I mentioned this a lot. I said it on the 5. Is it possible to reason with the woke if the woke believes that the people trying to reason with them aren't woke, aren't conscious? So is this like a losing proposition for people like Maureen Dowd?
Yeah, it's crazy because, their whole view of it's stupid, and it's not working. But if you're stupid and you think that you're actually really smarter than everyone else, then there really is no reasoning or talking with them. And also, why would they give it up? Because they have these little circles where they don't have to research or prepare or have actual beliefs. They just have to be like, you're a racist, you're a sexist, and then they win every time.
Yeah.
That's a lot easier than doing work.
I'm actually jealous.
Right.
Because if I was woke, my life would be so much easier. I wouldn't be hanging around you, that's for sure. Patriot.
Ooh, I'm a patriot. I believe America is great.
That was a great Hex 7, Fred.
Does that?
Yeah.
Oh, look at me, Patriot Awards. There's still tickets available, by the way.
For the silver table.
For the silver table. You're right. It's a very simple construct by which they get to treat all of us as a group.
Right.
It's systemic racism. It's not you, white man or black man, are racist because of what you say or do. The entire system is in one direction. So I get to put you, Greg, as a white male in a category,
yes,
and that is who you are, to be damned. And by the way, as far as Jesus is concerned, he did walk on water, which seems a little anti-science to me. Which means the woke mob wouldn't really be for that.
Yeah.
If he claimed that, he can't be with them.
That is true.
Well, and the cultural appropriation of fish everywhere, obviously.
Yes.
Teaching
What kind of
people
guy
to fish.
walks on water? Do you breathe water, bro?
Yeah.
True. How many sea turtles have to duck so you can walk?
Yeah, that is so true.
I didn't understand that.
Neither did I. Steve, I'm interested in wokeism because it's such an easy filter to put on everything because you can pretty much link anything you want. Like when there's an ideology, that you can include in every facet of your life. It's scary. It's cult behavior in a way.
It's totally cult behavior, and it's perfect for them because it's totally self-reinforcing. If you're against it, that proves their point that you're a racist.
Exactly.
It's all contained within it. And the thing that's also true about this whole story is it's another example of what you're saying at the beginning about the media, because they totally amplify and reinforce it. So they hear that this is the thing that the Democrats are coming out with. Okay, so we have to be on board. We have to agree with it. We have to insist on it. So the speed with which that a couple of lines about critical race theory is not taught in schools. Suddenly, every single person in the media was saying the same thing.
But you are seeing some people almost stage like a political intervention. There are people like James Carville and Maureen Dowd that are going, can you guys pump the brakes? But I think it's not. I think it's just something that has to be completely let go into the ocean, like dropping a frozen blob.
Why does the environment have to pay for our dumbassery? Listen, this wokeism isn't new. America has had a long tradition of morons and idiots and dumbassery and bad ideas, and that's why we came together as a civilization to stop those things. It's always going to be there. The difference now is someone has given the dummies the microphone. So at some point, someone goes, "I'll let the adults take
Yes.
that. Because it's nothing new. You can connect ignorance to anything. I can win any argument I want in this room with every one of you, no matter what the subject is. Pete, ask me any question.
Tyrus.
How dare you, racist, talk to me like that? You don't know me, dog.
You won. But I wanted one.
Oh, so you can't respect my boundaries? You're gonna keep coming at me?
No, but I just.
So you're gonna disrespect me like that? This is what I'm talking about. Every time I come in this building, got some white guy telling me this and that, gonna act this way. How dare you, sir? Huh? What? I'm a champion. Hate it?
I'm sorry.
That was dumb as hell. I said nothing.
But you said everything.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.